What's up, everybody? So today we're gonna be talking about all of this. Alright, so obviously we're not gonna be talking about all of this. This is just some of my tackle that I pulled out of my boat. But today I want to talk about my top 5 bass fishing lures for the fall. Now that's not to say that there isn't plenty more, because there's plenty more that I use during the fall time than just these 5. But these are probably like my top 5 that I would be like, these are my go-to, these are the ones that I want definitely in the boat when I'm fishing. So we're gonna jump into it, and I don't know if you guys know what we're starting with, but we are starting with top water. So first, I only have one top water because pretty much I mean I'll use other things, but this is pretty much my money top water during the fall time, and that is a buzzbait. Good old buzzbait, especially the black one, man. Its silhouette's really nice. Do have a yellow one. Black one just silhouettes in the water really nicely, and that's what I like, man. It's just a beast. I love this thing. This is a great lure. You know, fall time, they're generally up shallow chasing shad. So, I mean, you need to find baits that are going to represent, you know, shad, you know, up shallow, because they're going to chase them up shallow, and they're just going to be feeding on them. So you want to represent, you know, shad for the most part. That's my top water. This thing you can really kill them on, I'll tell you. Now, if top water's not going, my very next go-to bait, more than likely, is going to be a crankbait. And this is a square bill, chartreuse with black, because I fish a lot of stained water. And then, you know, I fish this one as well. Now, it's all going to depend on, you know, depth, but generally when you're fishing for largemouth, they're going to be up shallow chasing shad, so square bill is going to work nice. Sometimes if you're chasing smallmouth, you know, they might be a little deeper, so you can nail them on this. So that's definitely my go-to, like, number one moving bait. And if I can't get them on the crankbaits, you know, that's generally where I like to go. But if I can't get them on the crankbaits, I will switch to a chatterbait. So this is my number 3, good old chatterbait. Do really like my chatterbaits. They're super nice. I generally use like the whole yellow and white color. I do fish a lot of stained water, but for some reason this still pops out nicely. I do have black and blue. I will use black and blue for the stained water. It seems to work really well. You know, I like it. You know, so that basically, you know, if buzzbait isn't working, I'm going to switch to the crankbait. If they're just not committing on the crankbait, I'm going to switch to a chatterbait or just like a paddle tail swim bait. So buzzbait number 1, crankbait number 2, chatterbait number 3. So my next one is going to be a jerkbait. Okay, jerkbaits are killer in early season, and they're killer in the fall. I'll tell you, because Maverick, what's up, buddy? Maverick's all upset. Anyways, the jerkbait, man. This thing can really turn on for you. It's just a go-to, you know, good go-to bait. If things aren't working, you know, you take out a jerkbait. It's got the good erratic action out of it, and it looks like a bait fish, you know, dying. So that's what they're gonna want to go for. Good old bait fish dying. So my next and final one is going to be something that's going to slow it down, and this is a bait that I use all year round. Flip it, pitch it around docks, anything, all year round. Great bait, but especially during the fall time, this bait really thrives, and I just love this bait. It's a good old-fashioned jig. This is a black and blue jig with just a little crawfish trailer. And then you can go with a little more natural color too, you know, which looks nice, you know, smaller profile. It's a good jig, man. I love catching fish off of a jig, and this just happens, you know, a jig you can use all year round, and especially during the fall time is when I find that these jigs just come in big play. So that's really my top 5 for you guys. I mean, you know, around Wisconsin where I'm fishing, a lot of these lures, this is pretty much it. Even anywhere, I'd say this is what I would fish. You know, I'd fish a buzzbait is my number 1. Crankbaits are number 2. If I'm not getting on the crankbaits, I'm switching to a chatterbait or a paddle tail swim bait, something that's going to represent shad. then I'm gonna go to a jerkbait, you know, and then the good old-fashioned jig. So that's basically my top 5, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it's a short video. I'm gonna put in a little bit of footage from when I went smallmouth fishing and forgot some batteries. So I have footage from that. And that day I was fishing for smallmouth. I was using this beast like all day long. This thing was brand new the day that I started using it out there. And now it is all busted up. It's seen a lot of fish. So Maverick's back at it. He's not happy. So anyways, guys, that's my top 5. I'm going to throw in a little footage of when we went smallmouth fishing, the stuff that I got. I actually do lose a decent sized fish on this sucker. Thought it was a snag, and then he hit it, or I thought it was a snag. I was reeling in, and then I set the hook, and I was like, oh man, it's a snag. So I was reeled up the slack, was messing with the trolling motor, and I look over at my line, it was underneath the boat, and I was like, oh man. So I started horsing him up, and I brought him up way too quick. I didn't even, think anything of it. He jumps right at the boat. Lure goes flying this way. He's jumping, flapping. He hit the water, and he actually like floated for a sec. He didn't like dive down right away. And in that moment, I honestly thought about jumping in after him. I was like, he's floating. I could get him, And on the video, on the GoPro, it doesn't do justice. It shows like the fish jumping, like you're gonna see it, but it does not show like how big he was. I don't like to exaggerate fish, but I want to say he was close to 5 pounds, man. Like, dude was a tank. I've never really freaked out about losing a fish that bad, but on that fish, I did. I just speechless. But anyways, I'm gonna plug the video or the footage in now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this helps you guys out. I've had a lot of requests for this video, and I'm sorry that I haven't gotten to it till now. I've had a lot of requests for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it helps you out. I hope you enjoy these lures. I hope that you guys have some in the arsenal already, and you're like, all right, we're try this out. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, like, subscribe, and this weekend I'm going to be doing some duck hunting, so there'll be duck hunting videos out. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. And remember, like I always say about fishing, keep fishing hard. We'll see you next time.
God.
Catch another one.
That was I thought that was a snag.
Yeah, so did I. When you first jerked.
Yeah, and it was like this.
It was
nothing.
It was just like
nothing. Oh my God, that's on camera. Oh my God, that thing was a giant. Gonna run the chest mount. So I had all the batteries charged for that.
That one, oh, is that the one you ran dead already?
There's one. Yep. That's a good one.
Good one?
Yeah.
Let him fight. Just let him fight and wear him out.
He ain't too bad, but I guess he ain't like huge, but
Only hooked on the back hook, so be careful.
he's decent though.
Yeah, he's a nice fish. He's a 2-pounder. Nice smallie.
Second one for me, except for I should have had a giant earlier. Snagged.